Hinge that club straight up, and now just turn back. I mean, look at that, and look at the mirror. It's textbook, right? So you're not picking your hands up to create that hinge, right? Like you're pushing a beach ball underneath the level of the water. Your body's turning your hands. Arms and hands underneath, club above the shoulder. See that? Like I get it right here, my club's already above my shoulder. The takeaway, people don't just take the club and go left to here. They don't just take it away inside because it's not straight back. A golfer could feel that straight back right there, but what is it? It's low. So then it veers off under that way. Getting the club up is a huge part of that. That's the one thing when you watch Adam Scott, and I think it's important for you guys to see this. Watch the difference in where the club is. See, at this point, his club's straight back. But at that same exact point, look how high off the ground Adam Scott's golf club got. So we talked about from Mark. Here's the leverage. Boom. Watch how low these things stay, you guys. If I drew a line right here, watch how long they stay under there. Isn't that unbelievable? And you know what it did? What it did? It got connection. And here's the thing. It creates leverage. And then from the down the line view, where's it going to go? Right down the line of your feet. And at pocket high, guess where that club's pointed? Right down towards the golf ball, hands right in front of his body's center. That's what you're seeing from both those angles. That's the same position at the same angle right there. Okay, so the best players will keep their hands low in the takeaway, but still be able to get the club up. And what I mean by getting it low is your body is actually turning it away, right? Like you're pushing a beach ball underneath the level of the water. Your body's turning your hands. You're not picking your hands up to create that hinge. So my whole point to you guys is this. If you looked at my arms and hands without my club in it, it would look like this. Boom. Now you put the club in there, and the hinge is happening with that move. Okay? That's what all of us need to get down today. Hold the club at an angle right here. Hold it, the grip, like just above my pocket right there, like yours. And like just hold it like right here, like that. Yeah, and then watch. I'll take your club. Hold that right there. He'd say, okay, Adam, that's belt high. Arms and hands underneath, club above the shoulder. See that? Like I get it right here. My club's already above my shoulder, but I'm trying to get low and underneath there, right? And that just helped me understand how to really leverage the club the right way. So, you know, that's the visual, you know, because it's not going to let you lift it and disconnect. But then at the same time, how the heck's the club going to get above my shoulders if I don't leverage it? I have to stay connected. I have to get the club up. Wonderful little drill there. The reason why Adam Scott will look so pure, and the reason why he's got all the angles set. His wrist is already set. So watch. Look at how he just turns. And he never changed the structure of his arms. And you know what this is? The slot position is just the set position going the other direction. Okay? And it's just going straight down. And he has the same space that he maintained. His spine angles here through impact. Well, guess what? But that's not too far off where he started. Isn't that unbelievable? We all understand the concept of this. Once I'm here and I have this connection, that leverage in that plane, ideally, this never changes again. I'm just turning it, returning it, and rotating it around and letting it go as I rotate. They call it the rotate and release. Get the set position, right? Work on now from the right spot, getting this hinge. We're going to talk about that feeling. All it is, guys, is the lead shoulder and the lead arm. The shoulder's pushing the hands away, and I'm pushing into that heel pad. And that creates, with my left hand, leverage. 3 parts of that: connection, leverage, and the swing plane. Okay? Right hand. Right hand, I feel the trigger finger helping it up, and the thumb's going up. I do feel that the left is pushing down, and the right's pulling up. I do feel that. Okay? So when I get in here, both hands are synced up and helping each other. Now here's a nice thing. The shoulder's turn is pacing that whole motion. So my hinge is happening at the same pace as my turn, right? It's not like one and then the other. I'm not hinging and then turning. I'm not turning and then hinging. It's a nice blend of it all together. I would do one drill not just to hit balls like this, but more for a checkpoint. You leave your hands at this level, you hinge up, and you just turn. I have some of my guys do that just to memorize where their wrist actually needs to be, right? Because here, real quick, Scott, Sit down on the mat right here. Aim this way, like that mirror's behind you. Kev, go back there where the mirror is. So watch this. Leaving your hands right here. Yep. Hinge that club straight up. And now just turn back. I mean, look at that. And look at the mirror. It's textbook, right? Yeah. So here's my whole point to that. We have something that could help you understand the feeling that you need to have here. Yeah. So you're going to educate these bad boys, right? And now the one thing you're going to have to understand is this. The only reason why that's so easy, not only directionally is it helping you hinge and not doing what you do, but it's giving you the amount of hinge you need to have at that point. So that's what when you're here, it educates you just to go, oh, well, hold on. Let me just hold on. Let's see if I can get to that same spot now. You see what I'm saying? And then once you're there, then hit a couple shots from there. But the whole point being is that's a great feeling for you to start with. And notice how I'm doing that, everybody. I keep his hands low. Don't let him lift. Exactly. And Scott, you already nailed the structure of that. Here's the thing that people do wrong when they do that, guys. And Morris, that's a great one for you. It's a great one for everybody, by the way, because it'll just help out the feeling a lot. Now, some people will feel like when they do that, they cup their wrist too much. Well, then, hey, the actual direction of a wrist hinge is at 45 degrees from my center, right? So I always say that's the direction. So you can also do it like this and then turn, and then that flattens the wrist also. For somebody who's making the mistake of being very low and in, I love them going nuts on just feeling because them doing this is just going to translate to it being exactly what it needs to be, But to make that clear, the 45 degree is very literal. This is the literally correct is here, and then it'd be there. That'd be the flat wrist and everything right where it needs to be. I told Scott, we have 10 easy untapped yards with irons, probably 15, 20 with the driver, just from creating more leverage, right? So he needs to feel more of the heel pad down, trigger fingers up, doing this drill here, setting up, turning, feeling where that is, matching that spot, right? Getting the club up sooner keeps the club in front of the hands and actually gets the angle necessary. A great thing for you, you can literally, just under hand high, come back to where it's not going to affect your downswing, but just for the backswing. Right in between, yeah, exactly. Just keeping the club head on top of that. Great little drill here. So as you can see, as I have this, the tip of that is about 18 inches off the ground, in between his toes and the ball. It just gives him a visual to get the club up off the ground. It's just far enough away where it's kind of right there at the distance. We come down narrower, so the thing wouldn't even be in play. Yep. But I like doing that to where his peripheral vision sees that. And he knows that my club needs to be out there. And for somebody who, hey, we have the feel, we know what we're supposed to do, but we've been doing it for a long time that the club just wants to go this way. That's something that just forces it, Oh, dude, that was just beautiful right there. Hey, look at this, guys. Typically, Scott's always low and in, right? Look at this. Dude.
Oh, that's perfect.
Literally right up the forearm, too. I mean, look at that. So much better right there.
Who's that guy?
Yeah, who's this guy?
Who's that guy?
New guy. Hey, these guys are family now at this point. Scott and Morris, two best friends out here. I've been working with Scott for a while on FaceTime sessions. Dude, we've made huge progress. What have we done handicap-wise in the last couple months here? I mean, we've dropped
12.5 down to 7.9. Yeah.
I mean,
it's been a good year.
It's been a good year. 12.5 to 7.9 FaceTime sessions. Yeah. I love our sessions are always a blast because I'm not kidding, Morris. I mean, it's literally we talk a little bit for the first minute, hang out, hey, what's going on, man? You doing good? I'm doing good. Okay. He hits his first ball. I go, Scott, come back here real quick. And literally the next swing is always like this. I see him posing. He goes, oh. I haven't seen one like that in a while, or sometimes ever, right?
I start laughing. I'm like, that's new.
Yeah. At Forzak Golf, we take a lot of pride in having developed some of the best and most consistent golf swings on the planet. We do this through simplicity. Our Full Swing Masterclass will take you on a step-by-step, easy-to-understand process on how to get your golf swing better than ever. Join the many before you who've utilized our Full Swing Masterclass to take their games to the next level and beyond.